Catching the morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
Welcome to the podcast. Let's talk about someone really, really special to the team. You know what's going on here. But since your dad will doubt your mom could use a guy like me. Zoe's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Zoe, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. I know I might be wrong, but
We're in love with Zoe's mum.
Zoe's mum.
It was less creepy if you say we're in love with Zoe's mum, and then it's not just.
I'm not sharing Bindi.
What the fork?
What the fork?
What the fork is happening?
What the fork? Different editions today is the beach edition because your mother Bindi, hot Bindi,
That's her.
saw something at the beach that had to be seen to be believed.
That's right. I was on the phone to Bindi, hot Bindi, my mum, on Saturday.
Hindi, we call her.
Hindi, hot Bindi. Hindi the mum. She called me. She was at Glenelg having lunch with her girlfriends. She was sitting at, I can't remember which restaurant, but sitting close to the jetty, looking out over the pristine, beautiful conditions.
Classic Hindi.
Classic Hindi.
Hindi at the Mosley, we like to call it.
At the beach club there.
Yeah.
But you know when you're talking to someone on the phone and you can tell they're completely distracted?
Yeah.
So I went, what is it? And she went, so sorry, Zoe, I'm just looking out of the window of the restaurant and there is a bloke standing on the end of Glenelg jetty scattering ashes, human ashes, into the water off the jetty while people are swimming underneath.
Oh, my giddy heart.
What the fork indeed. She said she genuinely couldn't take her eyes off it and she was with other friends. I could hear her going, look, am I crazy? Are they ashes? And it was a full-on, even in the big jar, ashes.
A full-on throw.
A full-on
of the
big...
ashes.
Imagine just doing a suey off the end of the Glenelg jetty
Yeah.
and just copping a nostril full of ashes.
Yeah, no.
She said there was this one swimmer who was quite a bit further out and you could literally see him stop, look up, look down and turn around. Go back.
Turn around, it's like, oh, what's going on? And then, it's something in my nose. Oh, what's going on?
Wow, I don't think we can top that, but we can try.
It's pretty hectic.
On 13 24 10. What the fork did you see at the beach? Interesting one.
I've seen a couple making love.
Yeah, that's...
And I know this. I
Excuse
remember-
me, I very beg your pardon.
Do you know how I know? Do you know how I knew they were making love? Because it was me. No, it wasn't me. It definitely wasn't me. Do you know, mate? Remember they made the news? When was that, Abs? Remember
Last
it
year.
was
Last year, and there was a woman on top of a man.
Yeah.
Let's not go into too further
But
detail.
didn't the video emerge? And
There was a video emerged, and I'm pretty sure it all got taken down because then there was a bit of backlash as to that shouldn't have been posted because you can literally see her.
All of it. It was at Henley Beach.
Wow.
Yeah, it was at Henley.
Outrageous.
It's just two people displaying their love for each other in a
Free,
public place. I mean, what could
broad
possibly
daylight.
go wrong?
Yeah.
Keywords there, public play.
Yeah.
But,
So, wait, are you saying you were there or this was a separate occasion?
this is a separate occasion. I wasn't there. So my little incident was down at Maslin's and we were just taking the dog for a walk. No, I can't even remember what it was. It was definitely in South Australia.
Yeah.
And yeah, it wasn't at the main part of a main beach. So it wasn't right near Glenelg or Henley. It might have been like in between, say, West Beach and Henley. And it's quite... Not confronting him, it's almost like the nerve.
Yeah.
The nerve of you to do that.
How very-
Towels and everything to cover up everything that you shouldn't be able to see, but
Even
still.
still.
Yeah. I
We
mean,
know what's going on beneath that Billabong beach towel.
do we?
Yeah.
I need things spelt out for me, Joyce. You know that.
13 24 10. What the fork the beach edition? What have you seen at the beach? I've seen a bloke, and I hate this. There is a special place in hell for people who smoke at the beach. But I, on one occasion, saw a bloke smoking a cigar at the beach because I think
very
the
strong.
beach is such a beautiful, pristine place. It's my happy place, and then you just pollute it with toxic smoke.
Aren't cigars? I know nothing about cigars. Aren't they like a winter hobby? You know, you're not bringing that down to the
There
beach on a
have a
40-degree day.
scotch and sit in a room with other men hobby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or are used as a celebratory item in American sports when they
That's
win
true.
big championships.
So true, mate.
Not at the beach.
But Henley is not the NBA.
What about this, though? What about if it's Michael Jordan smoking a cigar?
That's fine.
Is that acceptable?
He can do whatever he wants,
Right.
wherever he
Smoke
wants.
responsibly.
Hey, Anastasia.
Good morning, guys. How are you today?
Good, thank you. What the fork have you seen at the beach?
Oh, my God, what the fork? I saw two people putting plastic bags in the rocks at the top of the sand.
Oh, come on.
I went off. Yeah, what the fork.
So what were they dumping rubbish?
I went up there. Just the rubbish that they had taken to the beach. They thought that they, instead of walking upstairs and putting it in the bin, they would shove it behind the rock. So I made them go there, take it all out of the rocks, and walk them up to the bin.
Oh,
and
yes,
let them throw it
please.
in the bin.
Yes, please. Can you take us through the direct conversation you had with these people?
With the clean, sanitised version.
Yes, yeah. Like literally, it was, what are you guys doing? Like, excuse me, turtles and animals live in the ocean. This is going to destroy them.
Yeah.
You need to collect your rubbish and take it upstairs and put it in the bin. How would you like me to put a garbage bag around your head?
Yes, exactly.
And all the turtles,
Yeah.
all the turtles had just reared their heads from the ocean. They're like, yeah, Anastasia.
Anastasia's like, think of the dolphins.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Anastasia.
Well done.
Angelica, what the fork did you see at the beach?
Bit of an interesting one. So when I was younger, about 12 in Queensland on holiday, I saw a woman giving birth on the beach.
Yeah, oh, yep.
Oh,
Stock standard.
Yeah.
so Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's obviously just gone into labour and they've gone, it's too late to get to you to hospital.
I don't know if it was planned because there wasn't that many people around and she seemed quite calm, but she got down and she was breathing. When I was younger, I had no idea what was going on. Later,
Oh, wow.
I found out what was happening.
That is outrageous.
And so she actually gave birth on the beach.
Yeah, so she was like lying down, kind of in the shallow end of the water. So I don't know, water birth, not sure. But yeah, she was pushing. I didn't actually see the child come out, but I heard the crying. I think I was too traumatized.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
So, yeah.
What
But
about-
yeah, that's
That's ridiculous. What about Anastasia's turtles as well, watching going, what the fuck? What is going on there? Yeah, it's a first.
I love that Angelica's like looking at this woman going, look at the whales breaching.
Wow. And on top of that as well, no one likes to get sand on you in any situation.
Especially not when you first come into the world. That is not fair.
But I imagine, ladies, it could be your most uncomfortable point of your life is giving birth.
Yes.
Chuck a bit of sand on there as well.
I know.
See what happens.
Oh, dear. Thank you so much to our callers this morning.
Here's what you're waking up to, Adelaide.
What's in the news today?
Your post-snooze news.
Yes, this is all the information that you need to start your morning. Let's go to Abby in the newsroom first and foremost. Go, Abs.
Good morning. So obviously we've had a big drop in temperature overnight. I mean, it's still warm-ish, but at least it's not 42 again today. So obviously the storms rolled across. I woke up to them, I think, about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Because my lovely sausage dogs were at my window asking to be let in.
That's nice.
But yeah, so we reached 42 degrees yesterday, around about 3:15 in the city. Got to 46, 47 up in like Udnadada and up in some of those regional areas. So
Yeah.
they had an absolute scorcher. Obviously, a little bit of relief today, so that we've got storms and a little bit of rain this morning. We are meant to see a possible shower tomorrow as well. And then it's 35 on Monday, but a pretty sort of mild weekend. So a little bit of relief for everybody.
Classic random weather. Monday, 35 and snowing. It's pretty hard to keep up, isn't
Feels
it?
a bit like that at the moment. And then is this cyclone as well up off the Queensland coast that's sort of set to come inland as it crosses the coast. So we could end up with some weather from that as well next week.
Let's hope Sunrise sends Shervo up there again, because remember the last time he went up for a cyclone and it was brilliant. Absolutely nothing happened, and he literally stood in front of a branch that fell on the ground. I'm like, you've spent a fortune to send Matt Shervington up north, and that's the best you got, a broken branch.
And standing out in the rain as they're getting absolutely pummeled and they're all wet and
So
anyway.
dramatic.
You find a puddle and stand in it.
News.
Let's let me ask you a question, Andrew Hayes. Do you ever just swing by the pokies and chuck $5 in dolphin treasure?
No, I remember the first time that I jumped into the pokies. I was about 19. I put $50 in, and this was at a pub in Sydney.
Yep.
And I thought, I'm just going to rort the system, because what you do is it sort of feels like the gambling gods watch you, and then when you put $50 in for the first time, they give you $200 and then you're addicted.
Yep.
I didn't get the $200. I lost $50. And sometimes to this day, I still wake up and think about what I could have done with that $50.
Well, let's talk about the top 10 SA pokey hotspots on the rise. So Port Adelaide Enfield is the big area. There's an increase of revenue by $11 million.
Wow.
Isn't that outrageous? Then you got Marion, Adelaide Hills, Salisbury, Playford, West Torrens, Mitcham in Burnside, Gawler, Charles Sturt and Loxton.
There you go.
Waikerie.
Is that not really scary at the fact that cost of living has been so high, but yet gambling's going up?
Yeah, it is actually
That's terrifying.
quite scary, isn't it?
There you go.
I've never really been a pokey person. I'm the same. I reckon when you get burnt when you're young, because like $50 is such a commodity when you're 18, 19.
Yeah.
I lost $50 at a casino, like red or black, whatever that game is. What's that game?
Blackjack.
Yeah.
Blackjack. isn't
No,
it?
I don't know. No,
that blackjack?
Roulette.
Oh, roulette.
So lost.
See, I don't-
Not that I would
believe
know
have
that.
No idea.
Yeah, and same thing. Like walked away from that casino in tears. Never ever again. I hate it.
$50.
Oh,
No.
I think working in pubs for me has ruined, like, you have these pokey players who come in and they're there for the whole day
Yeah.
and you just want to,
Yeah.
so it's ruined it for me.
And also they keep it so dark, so they can't really like you lose track of time. Anyway,
Free
the whole
food,
thing,
free drinks.
yeah, the whole thing's
Yeah.
been terrifying.
Anyway.
Painting a really dark picture.
Newsy.
Hey, let's finish off post-snooze news with a little Australian Open update. So, men's side of thing, Yannick Sinner smashed Andrei Rublev in 3 sets, so he's into the semi-finals, as is Novak Djokovic. It looks like it's his tournament to lose now.
Yeah.
Guy's just a freak.
Yep.
But what I will say about this whole thing is, we were so disappointed when Alex de Minaur went down to Andrei Rublev in 5. And then Rublev goes on to get absolutely pantsed by Yannick Sinner.
Yeah.
So it's not like you sit there and be like, oh, what could he have done? Could he have won it? You just sort of wonder if de Minaur went through, what would have happened against Sinner? Probably not much.
Yeah, and this is this is how much I know about tennis. I'm sitting there going, this Rublev's good. He's going to go on and win the whole thing. He
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
He will. He
No,
was
he
so
won't.
good against him.
No, he won't. He'll get pants in the quarters. Women's side of things, Arina Sabalenka, straight sets over Barbara Krejcikova. And what's so beautiful about that is a lady who's still quite young and absolutely gorgeous and dominating world sport, and her name's Barbara.
Yep. Good on her. Good on her parents.
Tribute to all the Barbaras out there.
know.
Coco Golf is through as well.
Also, 13, 24, 10. Are you a Barbara?
Are you a Barbara? Are you an elite tennis player whose name is Barbara? Are you Barbara Krejcikova? Give us a call, 13 24 10. Hey, coming up next, the first question for the 6:15 vending machine quiz. Let's get involved with that. This is a concerning statistic that's coming through, Jodes. Some Aussies have started wearing controversial footwear such as Crocs, slides and sandals with socks to work out at the gym, leaving many other gym goers perplexed over this little trend. And I know exactly where it's come from. It's an American thing, particularly like a basketball theme thing. Like the kids over there will wear their slides and then they'll put their basketball shoes on and then they'll wear their slides to pretty much to and from the gym.
But now they're just like wearing them to work out.
Some of the vision that's coming through with the youngsters these days is kids like doing leg exercises like squats and stuff
Yeah.
with slides on.
Okay.
Which is just so dangerous. And my ankles are screaming when I even say that. They're like, whoa,
Yeah.
we would absolutely crumble under that sort of pressure.
I don't think my gym would allow that. You've got to have adequate footwear when
Yeah.
you go into the gym.
You've
for.
probably got, at most gyms, I reckon, you've probably got to have closed footwear.
From a woman who dropped a 10 kilo weight on her foot, I would highly recommend you don't wear Crocs in the gym.
But also, what an idiot.
Oh, okay. When I say a woman, I meant me. You understand?
I got you. He didn't.
Wow.
It all makes sense. I actually didn't know who you were talking about. Can I just do a little survey? Because I think the broader issue, and it's a big issue now, it's Crocs.
It's Crocs.
I can't hide from Crocs anymore.
Yeah.
Like every time, like, no, it's not a thing. They jump up and they bite you in the bum.
I'm still getting over the whole socks and Birkenstocks thing. I haven't recovered from that.
No,
and
that's
now
a
you're hitting me up
beautiful trend.
with what?
Crocs.
Oh, that's okay. So, okay, Birkenstocks and socks are okay, but Crocs and socks aren't.
Yeah, because I always thought the Birkenstocks were like the classy Crocs. But now I've got a couple of mates, and we're all sort of pushing 40.
God.
I've got one or two mates who are genuinely like, no, aggressively back into Crocs.
That is such an oxymoron. Classy Crocs.
You're an oxymoron.
You're a moron. Not even an oxymoron
is.
Not particularly. Can I just do a quick poll then? And based on what happens here right now, will be whether or not I jump back on the Croc train.
Okay.
Okay. Jody, Crocs, yes or no?
Hell no.
Okay. I like that. Abs, Crocs, yes or no? And give us a little reason why or against.
No. They are the ugliest things I've ever seen in my life, number one. Number two, from someone who has had issues with plantar fasciitis because I used to not wear correct footwear while working 12 hours in a pub. Kids, you'll find out what that is when you turn 30.
Yeah.
Do not wear Crocs.
Okay.
And especially going to the gym. It's like people who wear jeans to the gym. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Grow up.
Who's wearing jeans to the
Seriously, people wear jeans to the gym.
Sometimes they do.
I saw a guy walking Mount Lofty once in jeans. I was like, mate, what are you doing?
What an absolute nerd.
And also, I don't know that we needed your full medical foot history then, did we?
Yes, you do, because this hurt.
Yeah. Zoe, your thoughts? And guess what? Zoe's always a bit of a voice of the younger generation.
So true.
Mid-20s.
So true.
What are we doing?
Big no, huge no.
Thank you.
Particularly to the gym. My parents used to make me wear Crocs to go fishing, and I was mortified.
Yeah. Remember those days?
Yes.
Oh, my God, you were such a loser.
I know, and that was only like a year ago. Look at me now.
I guess we can all agree then that we're still firmly on board socks and Birkenstocks. Thanks, ladies. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm on board. Yeah.
There's 5 adults currently in this room right now, and here's a stat for you. 1 in 5 adults in the world have misophonia, and that is a phobia of specific sounds.
I've definitely got it.
I think most people in this team have probably got this particular phobia because we're all very, very irritable at times.
Oh, whoa. That was very aggressive from you.
Yeah. So if you don't know what this phobia is, people who have this experience significant negative responses to sounds. These sounds can include chewing, sniffing, slurping, swallowing, and more.
Oh, don't even say the word slurping. Ugh.
Creates a fight or flight response that triggers anger and desire to escape. I hear that. I just want to escape. Put me in a rocket and let me launch out of here for some sounds.
Do you find that you get, because I always sit there and a sound will trigger me so much that I get so angry and I wonder why I'm getting so abnormally angry?
Yeah.
That's because I've got a disease.
Well, yeah. You've got misophonia. It's written all over your face. Big tattoo on your forehead. I've got a couple that really trigger me.
Go on.
I've got the sound effects too here, but if I start punching you guys, it's not my fault.
Oh, it's every other day ending in Y.
Yeah, it's a little bit random though. First is swallowing, and then that thing people do at the end. Oh, man. And I love him to bits. I don't love a man more, but my dad drinking a cup of tea and this, and then at the end, with each and every sip.
I love that Mr. Hayes gets so much pleasure from his tea. I think that's lovely.
Tea's gone cold and he gives it one of these ones. But also, this is a random one for me.
Yeah.
A cup or a mug filling up with water. Shouldn't trigger a response, should it?
No. There's nothing better on a hot day when you're very thirsty.
Oh,
the sound of water in your cup.
Keep your sound effects to yourself, thanks. Can we go around the rooms? Chodes, what have you got?
Sure. I got a couple. So we have a guy at my other workplace, not here, who incessantly clears his sinuses.
There he is. Bit of a dry blow there too, by the way.
And I would honestly, I'd get really angry at him, but I need him to fix my computer whenever I have troubles. So I'd get really annoyed. But that sound emanates from his office 20 times a day.
Wow.
20 times a day.
There you go. Guy's got some sinus issues.
We also have another guy at my other work who just likes to let everyone know that he's tired today. So probably 10 to 15 times a day we hear this.
I get that.
Get it, mate.
That's infuriating. Seriously, right now, I just want to strike you.
Stifle your yawn. Stifle it. Just do a bit of, even if you have to do it into your hand.
Yeah.
I don't need to know you're tired.
I
We're
feel
all
that.
tired.
Newsreader, Abby, you got one? Because you're a very irritable person.
Let's be honest, everything annoys me. Well, for me, I have a bit of a weird one. It's when I speak to people on the phone and they're doing anything. So, like, for example, I'd speak to Mum when I was away a lot, and if she was cooking or doing stuff, I could, like, there's a particular noise and it used to drive me insane if she was on the phone doing stuff, whether it was chewing, eating, whatever. And it sounds like this. It's almost like...
That's aluminium foil.
Yes. And that's to me what it sounds like. No matter what people are doing, if they're on the phone to me and they're doing something, no matter what, that's what it's. That's making me shiver.
I'm just going to fade it down.
Actually
It's making me
shiver.
angry.
It doesn't sound like our fault to me if people are doing stuff, does it?
I don't know what it is. I can't explain it, but that's to me, that is what it sounds like to me on the phone if you were doing something.
I don't want to suggest you're crazy, but that could be a total figment of your imagination.
Also, you're
Are
crazy.
you gaslighting me?
Maybe.
You're crazy, girl. Producer M.
My darling fiance, Michael, name and shame, he loves to lay in bed and watch the TV, watches the news, but also, and has the volume up really loud, but also likes to watch videos on his phone with the volume up really loud at the same time.
No,
Yep.
no, noise clashes, no.
Yeah.
Noise clashes, how good?
Hi everyone, I'm Craig Harper.
Oh, dear. The only thing that could be worse from that is if he was watching the news and then watching videos on nose blowing and then yawning at the same
Oh,
time.
my God.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to blow everyone out of the water with my most hated sound that's ever existed. Are you ready? Ready? Listen to this. You ready? Ready? Just imagine you're about to sit down for a nice, succulent meal, maybe it's a succulent Chinese meal, and then you get this.
Ooh, can I just have a little nibble of that?
Oh, my God. Seriously, everything in my life is perfect. I'm about to taste the most delicious meal of all time.
Ooh, can I just have a little nibble of that?
Get out! I need to flee. I need to escape.
Just start sharing your food.
I'm going to the big wedgie. On that as well, if I have it on Hazy, who wants to come along? 13, 24, 10. Bunch of family passes to give away. What do you think, Jodes? Can you give us a bit of a Razzies update? Because you're a bit of a movie buff, aren't you?
I shall. Razzie nominations for 2023 are out. I'm going to get to the list in just a moment. But I didn't realise this. Did you know the Razzies have been full of controversy of late? Because they created a category called Worst Performance by Bruce Willis in a Movie, because Bruce featured so strongly in the Razzies.
Own thing. He's his own category.
They created this category, and then obviously his family came out and said he's very, very, very unwell, so they were forced to rescind it.
Wow.
They also nominated an 11-year-old for a Razzie as well. I mean, way to absolutely decimate a child's confidence.
Yeah, that's not good for your confidence, is it?
Okay, here we are for 2023. Worst picture. The Exorcist, Believer, Expendables. I don't even know what that movie is. And it's a stupid name for a movie.
Is it Expendables or
Expend 4 balls.
Expendables.
There's a 4. There's an actual 4.
So is it the Expendables 4?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
There we go. Meg 2, The Trench, got a nod. Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Wow.
Blood and honey, not good mixed together.
No, no. Our worst actor, our boy Russell Crowe for The Pope's Exorcist. Vin Diesel in Fast X. Chris Evans in Ghosted. Jason Statham in Meg 2, The Trench, and John Voight in Mercy.
Some big names.
Yeah. Worst actress, Anna de Armas in Ghosted. Megan Fox in Johnny and Clyde. And what about this one? Salma Hayek in Magic Mike's Last Dance.
Oh, what an absolute treat that movie was.
People are numb, disconnected. We're going to wake them up with a wave of passion they've never felt before.
Oh, pass the popcorn, please.
A wave of passion. I watched that wave of passion on a plane.
Oh,
once.
you've seen it?
And there's a particular scene, and oh my, have any of the girls seen it? No, oh my God, it's so graphic. And I was literally looking around the plane going, I hope there are no small children around because it's intense.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
Well, there you go. It got me thinking about overrated movies. And I feel like another one I watched on a plane the other day, and I don't want to say it, and I don't want to, it's like shooting Bambi, but I think Avatar's a bit overrated.
What?
You fly now with me, my brothers, sisters, and we will show the sky people that they cannot take whatever they want, and that this is our land.
So majestic, the avatars, aren't they?
Oh, and
Beautiful
you finding those blue people attractive.
Well, I'm only human, am I right?
Well, they're not human. That's
We're
the
all
whole...
only human. Oh, wait, they're not human. What's going on here?
That's the whole point. And also Sam Worthington as an actor, I'm not sure.
Yeah, he hasn't really done a lot since, has he?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to, tall poppies and all that, but his accent's quite thick, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's what makes him so charming. It's funny you should say that, though, in Avatar, because I think a lot of people are like, it's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yes.
IMDb, which is one of the genuine websites that you go to for movie information, they've got Avatar at number 9 in their most overrated movies of all time.
Really?
They did a spiel on it, and the last sentence says, the whole film was a human basically falling in love with a creature. But this particular list as well, I could almost claim that the top 5 most overrated movies of all time could be the top 5 best movies of all time.
Well, hit me with them.
Number 5, Fight Club.
Oh,
From
yeah.
99. Some of Brad Pitt's best work.
Only rule
Number
about Fight
4,
Club. Don't talk about Fight Club.
Spot on. Shutter Island with Leo DiCaprio.
Oh, there was a big twist. Oh, no, I don't want to give that away, but there was a big twist at the end of that one, wasn't there?
It was outrageous. 1983, Scarface. Come on.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
That's not overrated. This one's really got me. Number 2, The Hangover.
What?
Is number 2 on IMDb for the most overrated movie of all time.
How about that ride in?
Spot on.
I guess that's why they call it Sin City. You guys might not know this, but I consider myself a bit of a loner. I tend to think of myself as a one-man wolf pack. But when my sister brought Doug home, I knew he was one of my own. And my wolf pack, it grew by 1.
You're telling me that's overrated?
Oh,
it might be the best movie of all time. And they've got the most overrated movie of all time, The Dark Knight.
She can't stand the sight of me. She leaves. Now I see the funny side. Now I'm always smiling.
They're basically saying that the reason it was so popular is because Heath Ledger died.
Oh, okay.
Which is just ridiculous. He was incredible.
13 24 10. Give us a call if you've got an overrated movie, but also send us a little text 0400 919 919. Let us know.
Goodness me. Let's get back to a bit of Salma Hayek and Magic Mike.
Oh, no.
What a treat. I'm in now.
Go on then.
I'm in.
We're going back in time. Hazy's on this Daisy.
Wacky Hump Day. Welcome to Wednesday, 24th of January. Let's take a little trip down memory lane, shall we? Who's coming with me?
Me.
Who's coming with me?
Me.
I said, who's coming with me?
No, I said me.
I can't hear anyone. All right, Jode, you can come along for the trip.
Thank you.
Let's get back to 1941. Neil Diamond was born in Brooklyn, New York. Today is his 83rd birthday. Can you hear that? Hey, sweet Caroline. Congratulations to you, Neil Dom. 83 years. He's probably still looking pretty good.
Who would have thought when he was born that fast forward to 2023 and his song would be the absolute anthem for Brisbane Lions fans everywhere when Charlie Cameron kicks a goal?
No, that's John Denver.
Is it?
Yep, absolutely.
What?
You've just mixed up Sweet Caroline with Country Road.
Road.
Okay. All good though. Love that you're giving it a crack. That's all you can do. And sometimes learn on the spot.
I don't know why you work with me. Why do you work with me? I'm so sorry.
Let's chat off air, eh? 2012, Adele's album 21 spent its 26th week at number 1 on the Australian album chart, beating John Farnham's record of 25 weeks with Whispering Jack.
I refuse to talk about music anymore.
You're about to say something like, I loved Adele's song Umbrella. No, that was Rihanna. I love Rihanna's song Bootylicious. No, that was Destiny's Child. Such a crash course in what not to know about music with Jodie Oddie. It's good, isn't it?
Do you know what the cool thing is? Whenever I make a mistake, you just let it go.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Don't take no good at all.
Thank you.
2019, Adelaide recorded its hottest day with a temperature of 46.6 degrees.
I genuinely remember that day, do you?
Gee, no.
What?
I was probably out the back, actually.
Yeah.
Soaking it all in.
Oh, my God. It was Ray Day for you.
Taking advantage. You know, put it 10 minutes and something like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're going to do that, do it responsibly. In fact, don't do it at all.
But also, you had that sort of skin that you would spend 10 minutes on a 46-degree day and that would last you a tan for the next 8 years.
Yeah, my kids don't have my skin.
Oh.
They've got my wife's skin and she's Scottish.
Yeah.
They're like a bunch of geckos. They're almost see-through. I reckon if we put, especially our newborn Sonny, I reckon if we put him in 46.6 degree weather, within a minute, I reckon he'd catch a light.
Well, please don't do that.
He'd just burst into
Okay,
flames.
because he's a newborn baby, so don't do it.
Number 1 song on Jan 24th in 1995, Waterfalls by TLC.
Don't go chasing them.
Just whatever you do, don't go chasing waterfalls,
No.
okay?
Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to.
Spot on. And then pull up a seat and catch some rays.